Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Audrey Shanson. I'm a watercolor artist and a watercolor teacher, and we are here today on our second to last flower of our watercolor flower series, and we're going to be doing this one right here, which is the Cosmo bud. This is a free printable and it is linked in the description box below. And this is what it looks like later on if you decide to color it with watercolor paints. But for now, we're just going to actually be doing the sketch. So you can do this on any kind of paper that you want to. If you're only doing the sketch, go nuts, put it anywhere you want. If you're going to do the watercolor painting, I would definitely recommend a 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. And if you're going to put them all together, then grab your paper like this, and we're kind of fitting them in here. But you can do anything you want for this. We will just need paper, pencil, and a kneaded eraser. Make sure you maybe have a comfy space set up, because it's just fun to just sort of treat yourself and love where you work or where you hobby or where you art. And yeah, and let's get started. All right, as always, let's start with observing. And really what we need for this, we don't need to look too closely at the coloring or anything of it, because we'll do that in our next video. But for today, we'll notice this is a nice sort of like an oval shape, but with a little bit of distinction. All of these little leaves come from the base of this bud, and then they come somehow out in a way, some of them tipping down, some of them tipping up, and then the stem is kind of thin and it's pretty much straight in this case. If you're working on this paper today and you're trying to fit them all in, then we're going to kind of stay pretty close to the edge. So like this is my 2 fingers laying here, and really just a couple of these guys come out. That's how we're going to make space to fit this echinacea flower in later on. So take into account that. And we will go ahead. Oh, you know what? I already did this little tiny sketch to kind of like make sure everything was gonna fit for me. So I just had pressed lightly so I could erase. So that's the most important thing we'll say today, is that when you're sketching, just press lightly, because then you can erase. But if you push hard, you can never really get it fully gone, and it just annoys you. So keep working on pressing lightly. And we'll look at it here. It's a nice oval shape. It comes all the way up into here. So why don't you take, if you're working on this, wherever you're at, make a mark for where you want the top of it to be. And then how about for the bottom? If you look at this, I've got my 2 fingers. It's more than that. Okay, because I want to start like at the base of that bud, really. So you've got 2 fingers and look, a pencil. And that's about the size of it. So if I tried to do that here, it would take me down here. And I think that's probably okay. That includes all these leaves coming out from here. So the base of that would be the stem. I'm gonna take mine up just a hair. We're always making little changes. Now from here, it's basically an oval, but it's like not exactly one. So why don't we start by pressing lightly and do an oval? Okay, and think about how wide you think it might be. You're just looking at this as your guide, and that's fine. And I'm gonna turn it into an oval like this. Basically, I also, did you see I put lines here and here, and then I connected? That helped me stay within the shape that I wanted. And then I think that it's got kind of like straightness on these sides, but this part goes this way. So if, you know how we like to look for like straight lines in things when we can, do you see that? It's kind of like that idea on these sides. So it's just gonna, you know, because it narrows as it comes towards this bottom part. And then I'm bringing it in on both sides a little bit, and I want to get it into this nice thin stem. So I'm gonna ignore that for a second. It's just a start, okay? And then I'll get the stem in here, because that helps me feel like we're a little further. It makes me helps me make sense of the shape. Oops, that got wide. Don't do what I'm doing. See this? I'm like, wah, wah, wah. Don't do that. Try to just kind of intentionally put your line where you want it to be. We all do that sometimes, but for today, I know where I'm going and I don't need to do that, so I stopped myself. I'm coming to here, and I will give it that sort of little diagonal pancake at the bottom. This is probably fine. I think I'll end up adjusting it as I go. Now I'm gonna get rid of those little lines that I stuck on there, and I'm gonna I'm looking at this one. We're all looking back and forth. Also, this is a good time to take a screenshot of this one if you would like to. But that feels pretty good. Now from here, actually, let's take this top and see how it kind of comes. You can see almost like 1, 2, 3 petals, but look, it's kind of jagged. So it's actually a bunch of petals in there, but that's okay. We'll come up 1 and down, 2 and down, 3. Look, it looks like a spork, which is not what we're going for. So don't get too sporky about it, but like that'll give us a little bit of a start. I'm not going to keep it exactly like that. That's just going to help me as I keep going. So I like this. I'm not sure about these lines here, but in a second, we're going to put all these things over it anyways. So keep pressing lightly. And I know you can't exactly see it here too much, but just imagine these are like straight lines. So what we're seeing is 3 lighter colored petals on the outside that are shorter than the rest. So if we try for that, this one's in the center and these ones are sort of curving in next to it. So for a moment, let's just take one. Look at, I didn't even figure out where the bottom is yet. Let me zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to come up to about here. You can put a dot where you're going. And look, I don't like my line, so I'm changing it. I'm going to go like this for a petal. Then I want these ones to come around. So see, I want some space between them because look, we're going to put that paint in there later on. But I want these 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave the bottoms empty because I don't know where I'm going yet, you know. From here, we need to turn this into some other petals. So like, look at, if I kind of go like this, maybe some of these are around like this. They're all sort of coming towards the center. It's imperfect. I've took the corner, so like where it dipped and pulled it down, matching the curves from the outside. So that's where I did those easily. Over here too, I'm matching this curve from the outside. So these are not loosey-goosey lines. They're all, see that, following, and these are following this way. So the outer curves are your guide. Okay, so now I have space for light pink paint later, dark pink paint later. If you're just sketching this, I think you'll just care about your lines a little more. So you'll just kind of like make sure to adjust and make sure you like them. But first, let's get in these leaves anyway. Now I sort of wish I had gone this way a little bit so I had more space for these. So I'm just gonna like take the most advantage of this space. I'll go as close to the edge as I can. See how this one up here went pretty close? That's okay. So from here, let's take, and let's do this one. So this one starts kind of at the center, okay? And it comes up and to the right. Let's put a dot where it's going. It's going about here. Starts here and it's going to cross over. So now think this is in front of the bloom. And from there, make it real skinny up top. And we just followed that. We're still pressing lightly because we don't know. We don't know what we want later, okay? I actually think it'd be fun to put this one in next, just because I think it's going to help us understand like the full width of what we want to do. But what I want you to look at if you're going to be doing the echinacea later is look how wide this girl is. So I feel like we could shift it up or whatever, but what I want to be intentional about is that I'm getting this and this, kind of leave a big triangle in between them that I can get these outer petals in, okay? So that's why I want to take this one over and down because I want to leave that big space. So starting right here at the base, don't go lower. We're still in here. We're going to come to the right, tip it out a little wider. See the edge here, a little wider than that, and then down. I even tipped it in a little. And see this? Then I just brought it back. So this came to a bit of a point, and I'm basically matching that. Now I can, here, I'll widen that part just a little bit right here. But that gave me 2. Now let's get these ones. Let's do the bottom one first. See how these are basically straight across from each other? Just make sure you like it. I'll tip it down a bit first, like this. And where am I going? Let's go all the way to here. So it's a really good trick to just like, where does it start? Where does it end? Or where do you want it to start and end? There we go. And I just did it actually so that this would be the outside of it, and this is the inside of it. And I did that by crossing that line over. Let me zoom in again for you, sorry. Okay, great, 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 great. This one in the middle, somehow we want it to be in the middle. Make sure you get a nice curve that you like though. And just play with it for this one. Same idea as the rest. And if it starts to get like, you can't tell what's happening because you have too many lines, that's when you can start to clean them up and you sort of make sense of it for yourself. I think you did that just a little wider. Try to keep that same shape here though. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We want this one that follows up, and I think that's so pretty because it gives us a green up in here. So what I'm gonna do is, see this one that I put here on the left, that was the light one? I'm just gonna shift it to the right just a hair so that I can fit the green one next to it, because I want to see light pink, green, dark. And so I'm gonna take that one up like this. Try to keep it skinny, okay? That feels pretty good. I had to widen out the bottom just a hair. Okay, so that's this, and make sure you understand it. So I can't really understand it because this line is in the same spot. So I had to move some of those, and that's okay. Now I see it. I feel good about it. I've got these two, and then we'll be done. So leaving this big triangle. So that means I want to, like, look, you could even put your hand here so you don't cut into it too much. And then I'll do a long one that goes all the way to here. And then a little one. And the little one would be coming from the other side and up this way. So a little smaller is good. And you're just hiding the rest of it. Now something feels off to me about it. And what is it? I like how this one splays out more. And this one doesn't as much because I ran out of paper. So I don't think I want it to dip quite so far. I'm going to take that up, even though I really like that part. I probably could leave it, but I'm just going to a tiny bit move it so that we stay up a little bit more. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. So this is what we're working with. I'm actually going to erase the tops just a hair. I don't want it to be exactly like that, but this will just give me a guide. So this is our sketch. If you are only sketching today, this is the point where you can either go in and, like, you know, erase anything you don't want to see, darken up what you do want to see, or even come in with like an ink and go on top of it and solidify what you want. You could later on erase the pencil. But since most of us are probably gonna do the watercolor painting after this, find us on our next video for that. We can write Cosmo Bud. Cosmo Bud. Why is Cosmo the coolest name for a plant? Thanks for hanging out with me today. You guys did awesome.